Love always kills evil in this valley of the dark. So walk with us through it. Come on, now let's start. Every time you show love, your spirit will soar. The angels rejoice as they cry out for more. More of your giving, more kindness and love. Doing more for others as hearts rise above the hate and the fear the world wants to bring is useless against you as your spirit it sings. Because this army is strong, even though they act soft. Every sword used against them, its aim will be off. Every blow, every strike will always falter. This army bows only to the Father's great altar. Bring in the crusaders, bring in those who give. Bring in the peacemakers and those who protect kids. There is no match for this army of good. Send heathens and thieves right back to the hood. Strike out with violence if you feel that you must, but your swing will fall short, bullets crumble to dust. You may win the battle, but you won't win the war, because this army right here brings so much more to the table. We gather with sword and shield. We fight hatred with kindness, and the world is healed. We strike cold into the hearts of those who prefer hate, because our hearts are true and our spirits won't break. Bring in the crusaders, bring in those who give. Bring in the peacemakers and those who protect kids. Bring in the great ones who are wise and true. Bring in the intelligent who can always see through. Ooh, 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 in this war for truth, the end is foretold. It's a victory of hearts who come into the fold. Welcome all friends whose hearts are true, spirits are pure. We need all of you.
Hey everyone, we have a new studio and new sound. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Let us know if you can't. We also have our
illustrious panel guest.
Our panel guest. Her name is Moon. She is a canine search dog in training. She's very happy that she gets to be on the show. So
and she'll probably fall asleep.
Moon, can you she's in my
oh sorry.
All right, thank you so much, Rockin' Robin, for the 5 memberships. I can't see who got them on here, so I got to go on YouTube and find out. Hold on. I should have had that open. This setup is very different. It's harder for me. Jen loves it because she's like, let's just sit on the couch tonight.
Well, we had a lazy day, so I didn't want to stop that. To continue.
Yeah, right. We need to stay lazy. It's been tough, you guys. Can you hear us okay? If you can hear us okay, give us a 1 in the chat. And I'm gonna see who's
well, now she's gonna act up, aren't you? There you go. Say hi.
Oh,
hi, everybody.
My Wi-Fi is a little slower here too. It kind of stinks.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Everyone can hear us okay. That's awesome. On our live page now, so I'm going to see who got those memberships. Hopefully the chat loads. Oh, let me get that off. It's covering poor Moon's face.
Oh, here it is. Hello.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
So cute.
Oh, the chat's not loading. See, I knew I'd have technical
see it there.
difficulties. Yeah, that's the StreamYard chat,
Okay.
not the YouTube chat.
Mm.
Come on
That
now.
shows how much I know.
I'm gonna have to reload it, see if this works. Tonight, you guys, we are going to be talking. I'm going to take a look at who got those memberships if I can get it to load. We are talking about Gideon Ferguson, who I'm missing from Cleveland, North Carolina, just this week.
About 3 hours from us.
About 3 hours from us. We were we would potentially have covered the case if it dragged on.
Right.
But it didn't drag on because a whole bunch of new stuff happened
Luckily.
today that we'll jump into. It's crazy. There's a live briefing we'll get to in a minute. I'm going to cover the case real quick, just so you guys who haven't followed Gideon's case are aware of what happened. I can't see who got the guest membership.
No, maybe at the end we can say.
Yeah, if one of our mods can maybe list the users who got them, if it shows up. Hey, Angel Wings.
Angel Wings. Hey, Kitty Hawk.
Yeah, I'm not going to even try it because I can't load it.
Nikki Stevenson.
I saw, let's see, Debbie. Of course, our mods. There were Rock and Robin, GL Boards, Eve.
Jan's Fam Bam 77.
We had Twister in here. TN Twister's here. Mama W67. Lynn Hammock. Thank you guys for hanging out in our living room Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live. We love that show.
The special guest, Moon Doobie. Dubai.
Kitty Hawk, we already said. Laura Jean, welcome. Spanish Angel 36. And Nikki Stevenson 1550. As everyone comes in, please hit that like button, notification bell as well, so you get notified of our videos. But definitely the like, at least. That lets people know that we're live and more coming in.
She's eating my hand.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to cover real quick Gideon's case with a video. So let's hide that. Oh no.
Oh, looks like someone says we're blurry.
Are we?
Doesn't look like it to us.
Is a very nice camera. Like a 4K camera, but it might be blurry. That's not good.
Doesn't look like it on our screen.
Well, that's our local.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Is it blurry to everybody else?
Yeah, we may have to quickly move locations. Or I could
rather not
sit there. But one more time. Oh, really? For a second. Okay. Not really.
All right.
For a second.
It's good here. Angeline said it's good.
And I'll let everyone know. It may be a little glitchy. You may have tonight we may have slight pauses because as my internet, I've got plenty of bars on the Wi-Fi, but things may glitch. I apologize for that ahead of time. I'm going to attempt to play a video that will kind of give a general highlight of what was going on in this case. This was on WBTV3. Let's see here. It was a FBI shared the timeline, but there's also a video that talks about what was going on with Gideon, where they were in the investigation. It was like 3 days, you guys. It was so fast. He disappeared, I think, on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, the lighting. You know what? Sorry. Here we go. There, now you should be able to see us really well when we're at full screen.
Okay, enough of that.
Okay, so let's get to this. This is what was going on this week in the Gideon Ferguson case.
A desperate search for a missing teen in Iredell County continues tonight. The FBI is now involved, and with temperatures plummeting, the urgency to find him is going up. And WBTV's Daryl Green is joining us live here in studio after talking with the sheriff. So, Daryl, what'd you learn?
Well, John, first of all, this is who everyone is looking for. You saw that face. That's 14-year-old Gideon Ferguson. Billboards have gone up all around the area now. We have new video tonight just within the last hour. This is one of those search teams on the ground there near the small town of Cleveland. People are walking search grids. They have drones in the air flying night and day. Law enforcement members from several surrounding agencies are combing that area. And you might have.
And real quick, what he just said is important. If you think about what's going on now in the case, um, that the fact that there were several agencies involved, a bunch of ground searches, and so many, basically funding, resources, so much went into the search for this teen, if you think about it. And
I don't think people realize how much it costs to do a search
yeah,
for like law enforcement and things.
oh yeah, and this was several days. FBI is involved, like he said, several agencies. So, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Heard Iredell County Sheriff Darren Campbell. He's asking volunteer searchers from the community to stay out of that area. Now, he told me today that is not at all because he doesn't appreciate the help.
The problem we're having is with the cool weathers and the weather we're having, the dogs are able to track if we do get a hot, if we get a spotting. We're able to use thermal imaging a lot more. Currently, even though we have searchers, it's still a sterile environment. So meaning if I get a lot of people, then I'm gonna be chasing sightings. We're gonna have contamination for dog tracks. Some of these dogs are specifically trained to do scent discrimination. And once we put them on those tracks, then if you get a complicated or you get a lot of contamination, the dogs are not effective.
So, that was after he disappeared. I'm going to talk a little bit about how he disappeared, the circumstances. It was very strange. I know his grandmother had dropped him. What I do remember from the first day is his grandmother dropped him off around 3:30 after school. She dropped him off at home after school. A little later, his mom gets home, discovers he's not there anymore, not there, and she immediately starts calling and trying to get people to figure out where he went, where he is. And then it escalated into this full-scale search for several days. It took some twists and turns because kept saying this isn't typical. There's weird things that are happening that made them look at social. Like the second day, I think the second day, they started looking at social media because they were getting these signs that there was
His social media,
because he left his phone there, and then there were comments like they think maybe intentionally left his phone. So they were thinking maybe he intentionally left, which made them think someone made him leave and that he could be potentially at someone's house or was convinced to leave home.
Right.
The way it's looking today, when we watch the sheriff's briefing, you guys tell me what you think, because I don't think they're thinking the social media. Actually, I think they even asked the question about the social media and potentially someone grooming him online, getting him to leave and meet them somewhere. I don't think that's a scenario anymore, but that was appeared to be what they were looking at during the case. Hey, Stacy, good to see you.
Hello.
I do also want to highlight, thank you, Robin, for doing that. The Rock and Robin gifted 5 memberships. TN Twister, awesome. Nikki Stevenson, Ruby 60, there. That's it. That's the username. There. I like that.
That's that.
Are you from Northern Maine? Because we say that after every sentence in Northern Maine.
Hey there.
It's so funny.
You there.
Yep. Cassidy Hampton 8005 and Will Corch. That's awesome.
Cool.
Thank you, Real Rock and Robin. You are lovely for doing that. It's very
Wonderful
generous.
lady.
Before I'm gonna get to the briefing, the sheriff's briefing, because it's going to outline all the things the things that have changed from the investigation. But one of the best ways to cover what happened day to day, honestly, in my opinion, I love Web Sleuths. It's one of the best websites. If you guys don't use it for researching cases, I don't know why. You really should be, because it's a lot of really good investigators.
Free.
And it's free, and a lot of you can be a member too, I think, actually. Get better at more access, and you become a trusted poster.
I'm sorry, I'm such a baby.
Just want to make sure I'm on the first page here.
You're such a baby.
This will be quick. It's just a few. I'm going to run through the timeline of what was happening, and there are a lot of people locally who even post on this that shared some information, and it gives a lot of insight. In just a few minutes, I'll be able to bring anybody who hasn't followed this right up to speed with what happened, and then what happened during the investigation, and then we'll get to today and what the news was from today. And they're not done investigating. There's more. There's definitely more coming, in my opinion. I think they're going to learn a lot. This is Gideon. He's a cute kid.
He is a cute kid.
And I'm also going to say real quick, when we get to that, the briefing, no judgment on this kid either, because he's a teen and
14.
he's only 14 years old. He might have done something. He might have made a decision that was not the right decision. Teenagers do this. It's normal. It's not like he's some horrible criminal or anything. It's just, this is a teen thing. And so he's a cute kid. He's a young kid. And what happened this
I'm
first
sure he has had no idea how big it would
Oh,
blow
no.
up.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean-
he didn't think it was that huge of a deal.
No way. Yeah. And a lot of teens that do that locally, we get runaways constantly here in East Tennessee. It doesn't blow up like this much. This one really blew up, this case, in just a couple days. A lot of people covered it. So Gideon was last seen at 4. That's because his mother reported him, got home around that time at Watermoss Drive in Cleveland, North Carolina. And then they, the response time was very impressive. They brought in deputies, canines, drones. They put everything on this case. FBI got involved.
Dogs.
It was, and dogs, canines, and units, they said. The next thing I want to highlight is posts from locals are fantastic, whether it's in Facebook or in a forum like this. Why is she doing that? Because we're talking?
Probably.
Locals often will log in somewhere. I love Facebook. When there's a Facebook page for a missing person, locals will just feed information that's so helpful for anyone like us or Vern or Nug and Adam, like people that aren't law enforcement and we need some additional info. I love it.
It makes a huge difference, as we've found, to know their background, to know like possibly what's going on in their lives at the moment, how they might be thinking, all that stuff is so important.
Yeah. It gets you to state of mind often very quick because people that are friends will tell you stuff.
Right.
This local said there was a huge police outreach on this case. Community organized quickly. Neighbors were hanging flyers from Charlotte to Cleveland. Like, that's amazing.
That was quick.
It was a huge
This only happened a few days ago.
law enforcement and the huge community effort, which is just wonderful. FBI joined the search on Wednesday, Thursday. Again, this was this week, you guys. That's how recent this
I wish
was.
all cases would go like this. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be wonderful. This another local. This is not far, about 10 miles from where I live. Fairly general with the area. A ton of media and media sharings going on. There's something. Is this the one? Somebody said in this thread that they even put up. Oh, down here, I think. Let's see. Searchers from other counties. And this is yesterday. So yesterday, according to the sheriff's page, the FBI was involved, and the sheriff confirmed in the report that new evidence has emerged, prompting a higher level of scrutiny of Ferguson's gaming consoles and social media activity. So it was yesterday when they started, I think, the investigation started going more toward maybe he was groomed.
Yeah.
Convinced to.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm so old. I forgot, like, gaming consoles, they actually talk to kids through that.
Oh, they
stuff.
chat with people who pretend to be children who are actually adults.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. Local media. It was amazing. A lot of YouTubers covered it too. I noticed, which was great. Ton of agencies. I want to find that. There was a billboard. That's what I'm trying to find, you guys. There was a post about a billboard that got put up. They even put up a billboard.
Already.
There we go. Look at that.
Wow, that was quick.
He went missing one day, and then within 1 or 2 days, they're putting up billboards for the kid.
It's crazy.
Could you imagine being him?
That's what I was saying. Like, he had no clue. I bet he's pretty embarrassed right now.
Oh my gosh. Could you
Or
imagine?
something. I don't know. I bet he's pretty
The poor, I feel bad.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him.
I mean, well, but you also feel good for him that so many people cared
True.
that much.
A lot of people are going to be upset. I mean, he is a teen.
Yeah,
A lot of people
yeah.
are going to be upset, but because he drew this response, a lot of people invested a lot of time, investigators, law enforcement, resources. I mean, you give him a little bit of a break because he's a teen, but it's still not a good
I don't
thing,
understand though, because for a lot of cases, even for younger kids, it doesn't all happen that fast. You know what I mean? And why with him did it go so fast?
Good question.
You know what I mean?
That's a good question. From case to case, it's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have an answer.
Come on, Ryan, you're supposed to know everything.
Oh, FBI got involved. That's a good point, Kitty Hawk. Yes. Yes.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, when the case started going towards social media, that's when the
That
FBI.
totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Yeah. If somebody's grooming kids, they really want to figure out who that is right away,
Yes.
because they can get to so many kids through
They
that.
can identify a ring.
Yeah.
And this was another highlight here. This was another clue in the case. We can also confirm that Gideon changed clothing prior to his disappearance. That's really important. Why would he change clothes?
Right. Sure.
He knew his grandmother knew what he was wearing. One thing.
Interesting.
So he's changing his clothes. Many have asked why a clothing description has not been released. The reason is simple. Neither law enforcement nor his parents know what he was wearing at the time he went missing. The clothing he wore to school on Wednesday was located during the early hours of the investigation.
Oh,
So he changed his clothes even.
he thought ahead.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you guys, like, we're getting little clues that it's possible, Robin. Like these are little things that are adding up. And you'll see in the briefing, he won't go that far, but he hints. And these little clues that came out during the investigation absolutely seem like they said his phone was left on purpose. He seemed to change his clothes, and it had kind of a motive behind it. It seemed like, because that way nobody would know his description. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I think that, let's see, day 3. There's a few more here I wanted to cover. A few clues. I want to cover the red flags and clues along the way. That's what I'm kind of, and I think it's going to help us get way more insight into the briefing when we listen to it. Leaving phone behind is a red flag. Someone said most likely he was see, a lot of people, he said most likely he was promised a better one if he was lured. And a lot of people were thinking he was lured.
Well, that makes sense, because I was going to say, like, what kid leaves their phone behind?
Right.
That's their extension of their hand.
Unless he really, really wanted to get hidden, and he knew the technology.
He's a smart kid.
And he Googled it.
Probably knew all about where,
how they would track him. Yep.
He could be a true crime sleuth.
He probably is. Let's see.
She tries to bite you when you're moving your hands. That's what
I thought he got listed eventually on some. Grandma drops him off at 3:30. Mom calls the police. The mother called the police extremely quick.
Must have been really out of character, because some parents would be like, oh, he probably went to so and so's house or again, or something like that.
Then start calling friends first, like quite a bit. Looking at the comments on the share Facebook, top of the page, it seems there are 3 semi-local children missing. That is kind of weird. I think somebody below posted there's a lot of people, a lot of kids missing around there.
Yeah, Stacy, I think that's a good idea. Can you give the background of the case? Because I don't think everybody knows the whole background of the case. He started with the
I apologize.
news thing.
And I do that. I dive into the weeds, you guys. And
but I'm like,
I figured diving into the weeds would bring everyone up to speed on the case, but I guess the basics of the case, I don't think they're peppered in here.
Not everybody knows about the case.
This week, I think it was on the 15th. Gideon Ferguson in Cleveland, North Carolina. His grandmother dropped him off at home that afternoon around 3:30. And when his mom got home a little later, he must be a latchkey kid, I'm assuming, because somebody else would have recognized he had left or notified someone he left. So when she got home, no one was home, or he wasn't home, he wasn't there. And she started calling around and reported it really quick. That was this week. So on the 15th, 14th maybe, because there was a couple days there. What's the actual date? when he went
You
missing.
said it was on Tuesday?
I kept saying the 15th. I keep losing my cursor too, Jen. This is so annoying. And then Moon keeps kicking me. January 14th. So it was the 14th. That was the 14th. That his mom realized he wasn't home and started calling. From the 14th and the 15th and the 16th. So the 15th was a lot of ground searches. The police immediately took action. It was mostly on 14th. It was the local police that sounded like other agencies immediately were offering to help. Ouch. And they did ground searches, canine searches, they did drone searches. They went all out on even in that first day after he was reported missing. The 15th, the next day, was when the investigations seemed to take this strange turn toward social media. The FBI came in and they started contributing as well. Thank you, Real Rock and Robin. And at that point, it's the case. We were following it pretty closely. We weren't going live about it because there wasn't enough information.
Right.
We were thinking of going there, but then it's like we don't do live when law enforcement's active in an area. We don't go in immediately.
Right.
Don't want to interfere. So the FBI, when they got in, it really seemed like they were looking at someone lured him out of the house, convinced him to leave. Crazy, like I started getting nervous because, man, the scenario started sounding a lot like the Sebastian Rogers case. Not late at night and all that, but just disappearing and people are thinking that they got lured away and someone else, some secondary person was involved. So that they seem to be leaning that way in this case. And yesterday as well. So their investigation happened. A lot of searching on the 15th, 16th, and 17th was just the word was spreading. 15th and 16th, word was spreading. FBI was getting involved. It was ramping up. It ramped up so fast over those 2 days. And today they found him. About half a mile from his house in the woods.
And he was alive.
He was alive. And what's interesting is everyone's like, how in the world could he stayed in the woods all those days? And the sheriff was like, I think it was probably about 16 hours exposure.
That's a long time. It was freezing.
But it makes you think he wasn't out in the woods the whole time.
True. He could have been with somebody else.
Yeah. Where was he? What was going on? All that kind of stuff. So he gets.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
he must have been so freaked out when he saw all the response. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine being him?
No. At this point, and I should point this out to you. There was some. They took him to the hospital, so there could have been potentially enough exposure that he had some hypothermia type issues, but we don't know yet. Office leading the investigation by Gideon, numerous local, state, and federal partners. Yep. That is terrifying, Kitty Hawk, and that is not uncommon.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's scary.
Not uncommon. Warn your kids. These games like Roblox,
I know a lot about Roblox. Everybody's saying, of course, our kids are now in their 20s, but everybody's saying don't let your kids do.
Remember at
Roblox.
CrimeCon? They were.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
There was a group. A kid actually was abducted, and then he got he either escaped or they saved him.
Right.
And he was like a hacker guy, so he was really good at hacking and programming, and he is leading this effort to like change Roblox and wake up people about Roblox.
It's scary. Okay, somebody want to see my shirt.
Go ahead.
Can't because you got the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a true crime social club. Somebody asked. Sorry,
Yep.
I interrupted. I'm not supposed to do that.
So that's what happened. We'll watch the briefing at this point. And it goes into a lot of this. It's 13 minutes, so we can stop and discuss. I hope our Wi-Fi holds out. But this is really interesting. He gets asked a lot of pressing questions, a lot of the questions that we were all wondering along the way. He gets asked them, and I think he did a really good job. The sheriff did a really good job. Just her butt. That's it.
That's Moon's butt.
Yep,
She's
Moon's-
getting off the couch.
She's
now.
trying to. Oh, her hips are
think-
so weak. Oh,
Poor baby. Okay, she's done.
Yeah. See, that's scary. They
Oh,
will.
jeez.
They will.
Money.
Yep, they will act like they're that age. They'll act
Mhm.
like they're playing the game that age. It's really scary, and it's a grooming. I've got it, Robin. Thank you. That is the briefing link, you guys. Later, if you want to check it out.
Gosh, she's right on top of
Oh
it.
yeah,
How do you
Robin.
do that, Robin?
Yeah, Robin's fast.
Wow.
All right, let's take a look at the briefing, you guys, and we'll see what the sheriff has said today. This came out today. I almost went live immediately because I was so excited he got found, and I'm like,
Mm.
but it was like three-quarters. It was like a quarter of the way through the briefing. I figured we just go live and cover
Yeah.
it tonight. So
Makes sense.
yeah, I watched it though. It was really interesting. Okay, let's see if I can max it. I've got the sound up. Oops.
Robin married a Boy Scout. Wow.
Okay, let's watch this.
That Gideon Ferguson was located this morning, approximately about 2.5 hours ago, safe and sound. He is currently being evaluated by medical personnel here at the local hospital, along with our investigators who are on the scene and have been speaking with him, and he is speaking to us. As we said, this investigation will not end with the safe recovery. We'll continue to help bring answers to what type of situation this child has encountered over the last approximately 56 hours. To bring you up to date, this an individual, a 14-year-old individual, was reported missing at 118 Watermoss Drive on the 16th, roughly just over 50 some hours ago. We promised the public we would not leave a stone unturned. We would do everything we can. That included 24 hours, 24/7, which luckily this week before the 7, but 24 hours a day, working this case before he was located. And I do want to introduce and say a special thanks to a lot of people, but today beside me to my left is Agent Rick Sutherland with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, just one partner was there with us nonstop with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, helping us work this from start to finish. And I'll get a little more in depth with that in just a second.
That's true, Stacy.
To the far left is Angie Key, SAC, Special Agent in charge of the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation, who's been instrumental in helping us in this case. To my right is Major Troy Miller, our investigator supervisor assigned to this case, and also Adam Dillard, the Sheriff's Office Attorney, who's been instrumental in putting out press releases and helping that along with our PIO that's here today. So I do want to say thanks. I cannot say enough thanks to our community that's helped us with food, logistics, supporting our people in the field, to all the office and search teams across the state, and some.
Not to belittle the thank yous, but this is live on Facebook, so it's out there. But I want to get to the parts where he starts getting asked questions. It's really interesting. Yeah, we are.
Out of state that offered assistance to come help bring a conclusion to this. Special thanks to some sheriffs, Van Shaw, that made sure that we had everything. We start with troopers helping us with the search and also with the air assets yesterday. During the course of this investigation, we started, and there was indications at the home, not of a forced entry, but a person that had left a lot of things such as his phone and other technological or technology that you would assume people would take with them if they left, or that did not leave on their own free will. Through the course of the investigation, we did figure out that Gideon did purposely leave his phone there. We do know that he did try to evade us from trying to locate him far as in fields and woodlands of that thing. We do have reason to believe that he was not.
I'm sorry, that was the biggest one. When he said Gideon was purposely evading them,
That's great.
that blew my mind. Like this case, I was thinking, I think this is very uncommon. Correct me if have you guys seen cases where a teen, teens will run away. Around here, it's usually girls, teenage girls who want to go to a boyfriend that their parents don't approve of. So they'll run away. We've had so many runaways from Link House here in Kingsport. They're troubled teens, so they get a lot of runaways. But it's usually they go to someone, like they go to someone. I don't remember hearing about many cases where kids running around from place to place in the woods trying to get away from where they're
Sounds
searching.
like a game to him or something.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like one of the movies you watched last night.
I can't get motive, but it's pretty clear that he intentionally left and he didn't want to get found.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little bit there. Oops. Wow.
Moon.
There we go.
Sorry, Moon's going crazy.
There is a little insight I'll talk about later about motive. there was one post, and I'm going to mention after this, that gives there was some stuff was going on in his life, and I finally, but right before this live, I found out a little bit about what it was because a local posted it on Facebook. Her daughter, her kid goes to school, the same school, they're friends. The investigators actually interviewed them, and she gave a little insight into what was going on in this boy's life. I'll talk about it after this. If he doesn't mention it, I don't think he does.
Not inside of our search area the whole time. And
Hey, Cheryl.
within
See
somewhere
ya.
within the last 6 to 12 hours, he did enter back into the search area. I want to be clear that the resources we had on the scene was approximately anywhere from 70 to 125 people working just out there, along with the church groups that provided service to us. And those assets were kept in place even last night. We had people that was out in the perimeter, on the perimeter, dogs, drone technology. A lot of that stuff was there and still being conducted at the same time. I want to go into some of the involvements on one side of this case. A lot of people was asking, one side of the case was the search and rescue, in the woodland and the fields. The other side of it is the potential criminal case. We have executed search warrants. We've done numerous interviews. We've searched campus.
And that's the part I do feel bad for this kid. I think there's a criminal investigation, and it may not specifically. He talks about this a little later too, where they ask about a secondary person. He doesn't.
Oh.
He makes it pretty clear. I like him too, Robin. He's very factual, to the point, and I'm afraid they're actually looking at criminal charges potentially for the kid.
Well,
It's a juvenile,
if he was
so-
evading them on purpose,
That's not good. Yeah,
And
that's not.
that yeah.
I hope if he hadn't done anything like this in the past, I hope they're kind of leaning on him as far as the penalty for it.
Well, he is only 14.
He's only 14.
If he were like
Right.
18, that
Right.
would be totally different.
That's a good point. I agree. Yes, Smoky Mountain Mama. Yeah, Mama. Sorry, Smoky Mountain Robin. I agree. I am glad that so much resources got. I wish every case that was the case, but it was good to see that. It was really good to see that, regardless of whether it was manipulated by the person running away. But I mean, if that's just this case, it would be nice in other cases if this would happen,
Yeah.
and not just assume. I'll be honest with you guys, just real quick. I'll share that again. I'll be honest with you about something about runaways. When we first started searching, and I was looking for cases we're gonna do the next weekend, during the week, like some weeks, Kingsport would get runaways, and a lot of times it would be a teenage runaway. People would send me, "This girl's missing from Kingsport. Please, can you guys just here's where she was last seen. She's probably in this area." And I would Monday, we'd hear about it. I'm like, okay, this weekend we're going to do it, ramp up, get the gear charged, get all the stuff together, ready for the weekend. And by Thursday or Friday, immediately there's sometimes the day after, there's a response on the Facebook post going, "Oh, they were found. They just went to their boyfriend's house." And
Right.
I would say, I hate to say this, but 90% of the time, that's what happens. And I feel bad. I think I understand law enforcement a little more now for waiting, at the beginning when it's a teenager. I don't jump. I'm gonna I'll give it a few weeks, we'll see.
Right.
And if they're still missing and the case is fading away, the law enforcement starts giving up, then maybe we'll try to do something
But
for
they
the
are
family.
usually older than 14.
Yeah, they're 17,
I don't
16,
mean they
17.
go back on it, but 14 is just, I don't know, to me that's still a baby.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
Just out of 8th grade or whatever, and
Yeah.
13, 14.
I don't
know.
Usually it's not that young. There's some I can show you guys cases. There's a boy here connected to the Layla Santinello case who and a girl too in the area. There's 4 missing persons flyers. I'm exaggerating, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what in the world? They're saying they're missing in 2024, but there's a 2019 missing flyer for them. That's because they're multiple offenders.
Yeah.
They'll run away in 2019. They'll run away in 2021. They'll run away in 2024.
Right. And then it's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
After a while, you're
Yep.
like, oh, they'll come back.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's the boy. Yeah, it's like the boy who cried wolf or the girl who cried wolf, whatever the case may be.
The child. Right.
Yeah. it's sad, but again, you're right. He was younger, and so that's not really the case here. You wouldn't jump to that conclusion. We wouldn't jump to that conclusion.
I mean,
That's why we follow this case so closely.
just think when the girls were 14 and one of them just didn't show up. We would have been crazy.
We freak out. Yeah. Yeah, when they're older, 19, 20,
I would have thought maybe
they're with their boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is what Layla's mother thought. You know,
Right.
like she's with friends or whatever. So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, that was shocking to me. He literally said it was intentional. He wanted to leave. He left and he evaded them.
Right.
He evaded them. It's like my jaw dropped.
It's like a movie.
My jaw dropped. He evaded them.
I could just imagine him like hiding in the bushes
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
them go.
So they wouldn't find him. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Some school security system, including school bus video camera, gaming consoles, social media, phones. The list goes on and on. Today, when we got word, was actually obviously the FBI was there with us working the case today as this news come in, possibly being located and taken into custody or with EMS, I guess, it was able to locate him. The questions how close he was. He was approximately 1.5 miles from his residence. He was located in a wooded area that had previously been searched just outside of a residence, which we had visited, and we had attempted to gain camera footage. So,
And what he's going to talk about here, he gives a little insight into how he was evading. He's going to elaborate a little more. And I was wrong. It wasn't half a mile. It was 1.5 miles. Right
Still
down.
pretty close.
Yeah, it's
Oh, really?
that's amazing. Right
Oh,
down the road, you're right in the
wow.
area. Wow. So 1.5 miles from the house, and it was within an area they had already searched. So it's almost like he knew they had searched an area.
Mhm.
That's
So
where
he went
was,
back to it.
That's where he was going to hide.
He is smart, I guess,
He's a clever kid.
in some ways.
This is the Gideon Ferguson. This is Cleveland, North Carolina. He went missing this week on the 14th, and they found him yesterday. I thought it was today, but they announced it today. They found him yesterday, and turns out he intentionally left, willingly, on purpose, to the point where he was evading the searchers. He was actually trying to avoid law enforcement.
Well, a dog needs to go outside.
Okay.
I shall return.
We're going to keep watching this
Yeah,
here.
go right ahead.
I'll go back to the point where I do think he left the search area sometime during the course of our search, but did re-enter within the last 6 to 12 hours approximately. I think right now that is a lot of information that I'm willing to take some questions. I'm sure y'all would like more detailed. I'll be as open and transparent as I can, but at the same time, we still have this part of the investigation. We want to find out what this child encountered over the last 50 some hours. He is speaking to us. I'll make clear the family is obviously overjoyed to his safe return. Currently, we want to respect their privacy and remember that they are still family that just got reunited with their 14-year-old child. So with that being said, you can ask me any questions and I'll be glad to defer, or I'll try to answer most of the questions.
Are you at liberty to tell the address of the home that he was found in?
Just he was located out
Dog toy.
thank you, outside of a home. I do not have the exact address, but I want to respect their privacy. They've been cooperative. I can tell you it's about 1.5 miles from the original location of 118 Water Moss where his residence was. Yes, sir.
Confirming he was found in a residence or a wooded
No, he was found in a wooded area outside the residence. We had previously went to that residence. We had previously looked at camera footage. We're still analyzing camera footage, but he was found approximately, I would say, 100 feet from that residence.
Is this residence the home of the person who you're opening a criminal investigation into, Sheriff, or not?
No, we're not opening a criminal investigation.
So the question there, if you couldn't hear it, he asked, was the house the person that you opened the criminal investigation on? Because all these reporters were the last couple of days leaning, they were being told
That he was taken.
he was either lured, he was lured out of the house.
Mhm.
So that's why they're trying to figure out, is it still that they're looking at?
They
is-
liked that
yeah,
story.
or well, they want to know if it's something else. You know what I mean? If the investigation
Yeah.
has changed at all.
True.
And he keeps saying no individual. I think he
Mhm.
says it again later.
We're just conducting one to make sure we got all our I's dotted and our T's crossed. But no, to answer your question, we do not feel any, he was located there.
So there's no second party in this disappearance?
At this point, the investigation will continue on. We do not know. That is something when I sort of alluded to, we'll continue the investigation because we want to make sure we don't leave no stone unturned, and we need to find out what he has encountered over the last 50 hours. Yes.
Is the child talking to you?
There's a child talking to you is what they asked.
Your investigators
I got lag. Let me see if I can move a little.
We do have forensic interviewers, which are our detective is speaking to him. He is being open, as I think now in his condition. And when I say condition, I just mean that he's been away. He's been out in the weather at least for the last 6 to 12 hours, and he is talking and being open with us. And I think as we go forward, we'll find out more.
That's good.
Do you feel like he was outside for all these 50 hours?
I don't speculate. I don't know. I can tell you it's outside our search, and I think he entered back into our search area. So, obviously that was a concern from us starting out was the cold temperatures. I think we hit a low of around 14 to 15, not counting wind chill.
This is just my personal opinion.
Hmm.
And the temperatures this week here in East Tennessee, the area that he was in, even colder, probably a little bit
Yeah.
in the mountains.
It was like the coldest
It was
part of like,
under 45 most of the week.
oh yeah.
There's no way he would have been outside for 50 hours in that temperature, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think he was outside that whole time. And that actually, I'm taking that from what he says later, a little bit later.
Questions about the exposure and I guess the way he coped with that, if that be the case. I think last night, within the last, again, 6, 12 hours from the time he was located, I feel confident that he was probably out exposed then. The prior hours is something
what I
we
mean?
want to continue
Yeah.
on with our investigation.
So, Sheriff, are you thinking that perhaps that Gideon encountered something online on social media or another facet with his phone that led him to disappear, or is that not what you're thinking?
Well, I don't want to speculate. That's the reason we're still continuing on with the investigation. That's definitely a possibility. Obviously, I've said before, we executed search warrants, and the FBI and the SBI has been instrumental in assisting us with gaining access to those consoles, the gaming consoles, phone services. There's a lot of different forensic or digital evidence that we need to go through. And some of those search warrants that we may have executed, some of the information that we may have put out there may have not gotten back to us because it's a Saturday. And, these businesses sometimes, and even where they're at, we have to have the people to get us the information and get it to them. We do not see an electronic trail yet that's leading to anybody else. We just want to make sure and confirm this first electronic trail or his digital footprint with him first. And I hope that'll lead us to other avenues if that be the case.
2 questions.
Yes.
That was partly just answered. First question is, we know EMS and fire department was called out there for a hemorrhage call. Can you go into any injuries that he had? And the second question, leading with what he said, is the FBI still doing their investigation, getting into these gaming systems or whatever the case may be?
Okay, I know you. I wish the reporters had mics. First one
I know.
was, I think the first one was, did he have any injuries? Second one was, is the FBI still investigating? I think the social media.
Right. They
gaming.
keep asking about
Yeah,
that.
they want to know if it's changed.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
I don't want to elaborate much on injuries. It's exactly what you'd expect with somebody been in the woods for the last several hours. Obviously it was cold. He was
Right there too, in the woods for the last several hours.
Yeah.
He didn't say last several days. He said last several hours, which keeps making me think
weird.
he was not always in the woods the whole time.
It's interesting.
things of that nature. Getting in the course of the FBI and the State Bureau of Investigation and us, this investigation will continue. They're here for the duration. As long as we need them, they have been nothing but great partners, along with their PIO that's helping us get this stuff to social media. The FBI was kind enough to get it up on all the billboards in the state. This actually made a lot of national news out of state.
FBI
That's
did.
one reason we want to do the press release today is get the accurate information out, publicly say thank you for the cooperation, give hope to other families that our federal partners, state and local, work together hard, and that's why we was able to come to this conclusion.
Mm.
I think when you say general area, I think he was. I can tell you our perimeter was about a 2.6 mile radius. I think he left that perimeter, and then I think he entered back into that perimeter. So I can't tell you outside of that. It'll be over the course of the investigation. And if anybody knows anything, please let us know.
A 2.6 mile perimeter. The kid intentionally traveled outside their search perimeter. 2.6 miles.
Do you think he saw them coming? What do you think?
It seems like he knew where they were searching because he went back intentionally seemed intentional into an area where they had searched to avoid them from finding him. It's just like
That's interesting.
2.5 miles, man. That's I mean, it's not a bad walk, but I mean that's far to go.
Well,
But isn't he hinting? Do you guys agree? Isn't he hinting that there's no secondary party?
Oh yeah.
Currently
Every
at this
time
time.
they ask that question, he's shutting it down.
Yeah.
So
It seems like they're not leading that way, but
Yeah.
he's leaving the door open, which
right.
I know it's frustrating for reporters
Well,
because
he
they
has
want an
to.
answer.
They don't have any
Yeah.
real true answers yet that they can share.
Right. Yeah.
I think at least leaving on his own, and whatever we discover through the course of our investigation will lead us to answer those questions. I just can't confirm yet because that's not been covered in our interview. It's not been reported to me.
Why explicitly did the FBI get involved in case we just haven't had that information already shared?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they have expertise in digital forensic. They can fast track a lot of stuff, and I'll just be straight up. They called and asked us, "Hey, we're here to offer you our assistance," and I accepted it. Same way with the state.
You have children.
I do.
How did this affect you personally, knowing that it's there, you being a parent yourself?
I mean, obviously, you got to keep those separate. There's a job to do. I've been doing this a long time. I've been involved in a lot of searches. Obviously, and I'll tell you this initially, and I think probably they would agree. This was one from the very first few minutes was very uncomfortable for us. We've seen things that's not typical, not normal. That sprung us into another gear. I mean, we understand time is of the essence, and
That's true.
here at the Outer County Sheriff's Office, if there is work to be done, we're going to continue to do it. We're going to man these phones, and we're going to work these cases, and our investigators are going to thorough it, just like with our partners here. We're not going to sleep. Even when we were arresting, the FBI had people answering phones and deciphering leads and sending them to us. So I guess as a parent, I'm glad that other agencies and us are able to do that, and the hard work paid off, and the support of our community really helped.
What was the scope of the community's involvement, Sheriff? Church groups, how many people you reckon helped out?
Churches opened their door. I think somebody reported as a food truck. We didn't know that. We've had a lot of businesses here locally, out of Mooresville, out of Troutman, out of Statesville, convenience stores offer food, drinks, hot coffee. It's been and the churches, the women and men, or the membership of numerous churches, opened their doors freely and not asked for a dime. Nothing more than be supportive of finding this 14-year-old child and supporting our first responders and all those that was out there.
That's a very common thing down here, I've noticed. I mean, it's coming across the country, but man, during Hurricane Helene,
It was amazing.
holy cats! The local community really comes together in times like this.
Especially the churches.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already together as a group, and that's the best way that they can help.
Yeah.
That they just gather their resources.
Yeah, and they actually have their own teams ready to help out. Sometimes some churches. That Rockin' Robin, you got a good point. We can't throw out the possibility that maybe somebody did lure him.
Yeah, it's possible.
Maybe, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe they're like, okay, dude, this is way too big. Get the heck out.
Right.
And then, but that wouldn't explain why he would evade them.
Yeah, that's true. I think he thought he was in trouble for something.
Okay, I'm going to share a little bit about what I heard on social media. This is probably, it could be community rumor, but there's a local. She wants to come. I'll in a second. We'll watch some more. Now I want you to hear it because it's kind of really important and it'll give some more insight. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what criminal juvenile charges they'll actually try to pin on him or anything. But the evading is just a clue as to what oh really, Moon? Something larger that was going on, and that may be related to what they eventually say he did wrong, if he did anything. You can let her in.
There's a dog.
She'll bark like this unless you let her in.
She isn't. Oh,
Not in the gate. Okay, so as I was digging through social media, like I said, we get a lot of insight from locals on social media, and this may have been either Facebook or web sleuths. But there was a local who had a friend of his, her child is a friend of his.
Oh.
She said that he had just broken up with his girlfriend.
Well, that makes sense.
Like the day before.
Well, that's probably something to do with it.
I don't know if that would, I'm still trying to filter that into why Could it be some form of depression?
Could be.
And he just wanted to get away. Why would he want to get away though? You know what I mean? In that scenario. Someone on that, someone responded to it saying, well, maybe somebody online was pretending to be a girl his age, and so he was going to go meet her.
Maybe.
If there's another person involved,
We won't know till he said.
it's going to be interesting to see
Yeah.
what comes out of this investigation. Oh, I'm sure. Oh man, when it blew up, he must have been thinking, my parents are going to kill me.
He's definitely grounded.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's definitely
The whole
grounded.
time his parents were posting, he's not this type of kid. He's a good kid. He's a
Mhm.
sweetheart. He's not this type. And so then that is what led everyone to like, well, if he wouldn't do it willingly on his own, then he must have been lured. But
Right.
I don't know, evading thing, I just don't get. The evading thing I don't
Mhm.
get.
The only thing I can think of is that he was scared. of being
Oh, Stacy, good point. Maybe that's why they jumped so quick on investigating. Maybe immediately they were like, oh, this is a case of him being lured off
Hmm.
from day one. And so
Maybe.
they jumped. Yeah, that could be it,
Yeah.
Stacy. Really good point. That would explain the quick
I mean,
response.
they could have obviously looked at his, online use
Yeah.
and seen any messages he might have gotten or
Yeah.
things like that.
Maybe the sheriff is trying to not tip off someone out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they are after someone and he's like, no, we're not really looking into that. Could be it.
I hope we'll find out.
Yeah.
Can you just answer one question?
Right.
Why the Amber Alert wasn't sent out.
I've been fielding a lot of those questions. Can you explain that to the public?
If you want to research and go read about it on the Amber Alert in North Carolina, but I'll tell you the biggest thing is we have to have a lot of criteria to meet those standards. We don't want to over abuse the system. Not that this wouldn't been a good case, but there's standards that we have to meet, such as vehicles, what type of abductions. At this, we got to remember, we still initially didn't know. We felt he left freely. There was no forced entry. We felt that he left after he left there and not showing up on the initial search. Where did he go from there? Because all of his digital footprint
Yeah, he did before.
was dropped. And obviously
I'm lagging. So Robin, yeah, the supposedly, according to this woman who posted on social media the day before, he broke up with her. She broke up with him, whatever. And he is only 14, yes.
Oh, but they do have boyfriends and
Oh,
girlfriends.
yeah.
And they're so important.
Oh, they're so in love.
I know, like Romeo and Juliet.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
They
good
were
point.
that age.
Oh, that's true. That was back in the.
They were 15.
Yeah, well, they get married at that age back then, for gosh sake, practically.
as I referenced earlier, he knew what he was doing. He did not, he evaded us, or attempted, at least with his digital footprint. He had done enough research to understand what he needed to do. And, luckily that
Smart kid.
everything worked out and was one step ahead.
Why did he evade?
He just didn't want to be found. There'd been some issues that happened earlier that day, and I will go ahead and say, not including the family, this was another issue. And I think
Oh, I forgot he said that.
So that's probably the girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot he said that. Now it puts it all together.
Okay.
Probably they knew about that whole
That's
scenario.
probably something
yeah.
to do. If he's bringing that up,
Yeah,
that must have had something to do
it
with
had something to do. Probably
Yeah,
had
yeah,
something to
yeah.
do with it. But again, I don't get why he would run away
Well,
or
kids
leave.
that age, they don't think straight.
Yeah. Well, but I
Running
mean,
away from his problems, or
he was with his family, he loved his family, so he broke up with his girlfriend. He's sad. I don't know.
maybe he wanted her to worry about him.
If you guys have an opinion or thoughts, I don't understand.
You think maybe he wanted her to worry about him or something, or
Like a way to get back and be like, oh, now he's gone.
yeah. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I can't figure that part out. Okay. 13-year-old missing from Rowan County,
Oh,
missing December 26th. I think I saw his flyer.
that looks like that name sounds familiar.
Johnny Morales. That does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Is that North Carolina? Probably. It doesn't sound like Tennessee. I haven't heard that one before, so. Get scared for yeah. It's hard to know
Yeah,
with
playing the
teenagers.
sympathy card.
Yeah, maybe.
K-Hawk, that's what I'm leaning
Yeah,
toward, I
maybe.
think.
That could be it. oh, she'll miss me so much she'll want me back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I could see that. Okay. Yeah, so he just repeated that. I think he just confirmed that that scenario had something to do with it.
Mhm.
In his way of thinking, he just wanted to be alone at that point. And you got to remember, that's initial. That's an initial comment.
Okay.
So the investigation will continue on to see, is that factual, is that accurate, and does it match up?
I'll get to that question real quick. I want to respond to Angie. Angie, if you are from around there or near the area, if you've been following the case, if the family wants help, and I got to check how far China Grove is from us. If they want help with air searching, we have a dog in training. We can't offer her officially, but if the family wants help with live tracking, we can test her. But the big thing is, if there's water related in that case as well, we could talk to Vern. We could talk. I could text Nugget Adam, and if. But we need to connect with family if that's possible. So if
Right.
family,
We don't want to just barge in on something that where either they don't want our help or we probably shouldn't
you don't want to get in the way.
get in the way.
So if the Morales family is watching this, or if you know them, just let them know if they want more help. If they have plenty of help with law enforcement, that's great. Just wait for that to take place. But if they're not getting the help, we're happy to, if it's within like a 3-hour drive of
Yep.
us. Just let us know on our Facebook page, Ryan Fine Shoot Facebook page. Okay, so I just want to answer that. Sorry. We're always looking at new cases that are, especially the ones that could be potentially easier to get to an answer. Try to do that.
That's the exact reason we're going to continue the investigation, because we don't know. Well, y'all, I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time. I hope this answers your questions, and obviously you can send us a message, email us, and we'll try to get back to you as fast as possible. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so crazy case. Like I said, I keep losing my cursor. I kept on going with this case. I'm like, should we talk about this case yet? It's so early. I almost covered it at the beginning, but again, it's a teenager case, and I don't like jumping in real quick because I didn't know if he was just another runaway.
Yeah, well,
But then it took these twists and turns from day to day. I'm like, wait a second, social media. Now we're talking about potential trafficking or whatever, luring a kid out. That's different, and that would be worth covering immediately, because that can get bad really fast if it's a trafficking situation. Then they're just taken out of the area. So I almost did, and then like yesterday was Friday.
yes.
Yeah, well, that's when this came out, right? That's when this came out.
Yeah.
So yesterday this came out, and I'm like, okay, we're covering it because it's such a strange case, and we wanted to let you all know about the resolution of the case and all the details. So if you hear this in the news as they talk about their investigation at all, yeah, it was like 3 days, Robin. As you hear about the investigation, if you hear the name Gideon Ferguson, you'll know the background and understand what they're talking about. And I'm so curious. I'm so curious.
Oh, we'll do an update.
At the very least, I'll send out, if I learn more, if there's something comes out, just make sure to subscribe, obviously. But if you're subscribed, I think
Turn on notifications.
go to our Facebook page. No, not Facebook. I'll put it on both Facebook and social media. I'll put a post up if I hear anything new about the investigation. If they announce anything new, I'm following the sheriff's office at this point, so I want to know what in the world happened.
Oh yeah.
Can't even ground kids because look what happens. Yeah.
Right.
I don't. Maybe he was scared the parents would ground him, but it had to do with the girlfriend, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
That scenario. And the sheriff said he wanted to be alone. So maybe in his mind, he was like, he knew a place he could go be alone for a while.
Maybe.
Like a abandoned house or something. I don't know. Maybe he hid out for a day or two. Took a bunch of.
Yeah, broken heart.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that probably had something to do with it.
I'm like 89% that it was the girlfriend situation. So that was this case. And I feel bad, you guys, because Jen and I don't know how you guys all are this time of year, January-ish. but it's so cold, and we plan. Everything in our schedule is like planning up a search until the weekend, and then we do our search.
But it has to revolve around the weather,
And the weather,
and that's the problem.
either
this time of
sometimes it's
year.
raining, or sometimes it's like 25 degrees outside. And
So cold.
best time of year for searching, well, not really the best, from when the
Late
leaves fall
Yeah.
to early spring, we have a good window. But January, getting out there in 25-degree weather, 30-degree weather, it is hard
It's
to
tough.
get motivated.
It's hard enough to get up in
Yeah.
the morning. Right.
Yes. So our brains are around getting ready for the weekend, and then Tuesday comes around or Monday, and we often, if you guys have been following us for a while, for a while we were going live on Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, and then this past week after the holiday, past weeks after the holiday, it's like Monday. Do you want to go live? Because, like I said, we're trying to gear up for the weekend, and our
Right.
brain's taken up by that, and then going live at the same time. So I apologize, you guys. It's been like a full week where nothing. At the same time, also, I've been working on a sponsored post for this. I'm not going to say the name because it'll be in the post, but it's not really a sponsored post. It's this
You're reviewing it.
this rugged sports smart watch company sent me this watch, and I'm like, I want to make sure it's a good product, but I also want it to be related to what we do. So, and this is because I had a Garmin for years that would take a beating, but it was like this gray screen. And so I'm like, okay, that's really useful. Like people who are into adventures, people who are into hiking, people who are into search and rescue, would value a review about a rugged watch. So the problem when you do a review of a product as a YouTuber is you have to go do the review. So I had to go out. I also, during the week, like after work one day, I went and tested when I had like 30 minutes of daylight left, I went and tested the GPS.
That's the other thing. The time.
And the daylight.
Because we tend to get up late on the weekends.
We do on the weekends.
And then
yeah, that was cold. When Glenn and I went to Viking Mountain, that was cold, but that was even 40s. But wind chill made it feel like 30s. That was hard. And that was a lot of hiking too. The girlfriend thing in this case is from social media, an actual social media post by someone who said they were local and had a daughter, who's in the same school and friends. And the mother even got interviewed by authorities. So it's still community rumor, but very, very good, more firm than just someone saying, I heard from someone else.
Right.
So I think that's true.
And it sounded like the police officer was alluding to that as well, that it had something to do with.
And the police and the sheriff was also alluding to that.
He wouldn't do that if it wasn't.
Well, he calls a situation separate from the family.
Right.
So, and we heard of a situation separate from the family. So we think probably
put two together.
Yeah. So it's definitely lack of daylight. Even on the weekend, if we get up at noon, we don't get up at noon, but if we get ready to go by noon, and by the time we get the gear in the Jeep and everything, we have 4-hour window.
And we have to drive wherever it is.
And then we have to drive there. So we lose daylight at 4:30, 5 o'clock here right now. And like we get there and we're like, great, we just drove 2 hours. And now so this time of year, we have to get an Airbnb, and I don't even want to take my Jeep anymore. I don't know if it's reliable enough. So we have to get a rental car.
I mean, there are a lot of things.
So this week
We're giving excuses.
But this week I was doing this review, all of those little videos. It has a flashlight. I'm not trying to promote it yet. This has a freaking flashlight, you guys. Like that blew my mind. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, I'll review it. I want a flashlight on my watch. And so I went down in the basement, our darkest room, and I pitch black, and I tested it out thinking this is going to be some like stupid, novelty thing.
Right.
And it was crazy. Cool. It was
well,
wild.
At least it can't almost kill you like that motorbike did.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I'll
Unless
review
it
anything.
blows up or something.
I don't think I'll review anything that can actually hurt me anymore.
Well, I know the watch could blow up. You know how electronics are.
Yeah,
right?
if it's a Temu watch, maybe I don't know. But yeah, that's why you guys you haven't seen us twice a week like you had before live, plus the video that we did weekly. I promise we're probably going to get back onto a schedule like that again, but
Right.
it's been hard.
And somebody mentioned that, yeah, it's hibernation season, and I am a person, like, I am a recluse anyway. You know, not always good at like keeping friends because I'm such a recluse.
You just want to be home. Yeah.
And then this time of year, I have a really hard time going anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Definitely hard.
Well, because you have to walk from the house to the car and freeze your tail off, and that's the problem I have.
Where are we from? We're from Maine, and it's like,
oh, tell them this week the blizzard that was coming.
We kept getting the storm warning thing
In Tennessee. We're in
and
Tennessee.
then I was looking at it's like possible snow accumulation 0 to 1 inch in our area.
0 to 1 inch. They called it a blizzard. They actually called it a blizzard.
Storm warning, severe storm warning.
Severe storm warning.
I mean, in other places it was going to be more, but the 0 to 1 inch just made me laugh because in Maine it was hardly newsworthy unless it was at least 6 inches.
Well, this week, my dad, we have a Facebook group. Our family has a Facebook group, and he just posted they got a foot. They got a foot.
And that's still not even surprising.
And that's a normal storm.
Yeah.
And so I joked with them, and I'm like, well, we got a blizzard in Tennessee. Well, actually, it didn't actually happen. We ended up getting the 1 inch.
The 1 inch. We didn't even get an inch.
Oh, that hurt. We didn't get anything. But I'll be honest, in Tennessee, when you do get like an inch, everything stops. The schools.
Well, they don't have any, like in Maine, they have a whole battalion of snow, snow plows and
Moon, what are you doing?
stuff. Okay, Moon is not being.
She's actually biting. Stop that.
Get your toy. Go get a toy. Get a toy.
So I don't know. Are you guys having that same thing this time of year? Is it just really you love the winter? Kitty Hawk loves the winter.
I love the winter because I have an excuse to stay inside.
To stay inside. I mean, that is nice. If you're not trying to do things outdoors, if you're not trying to do things like this, I guess I'd enjoy winter more. But like, I've been trying to get to Ben Hill for like months to drone, and I'm like, well, number one, I can't get permission from anyone.
That kind of
I am
damper on it.
Still trying. I was texting someone just last week who I thought I might be able to get permission, and they didn't want to because of YouTube. Although I am about to, and that was just to launch and only film the area. I might and not film the property. So I might actually offer just to do it and not post it on YouTube. Unfortunately, none of you will be able to see it, but at least we'll be able to search the area that I want to search. So there's that, and droning is very hard in the cold. I'm like shaking. I'm like,
Lynn Hammock, Ryan, why must you put your hands in the rock holes?
Yeah, I know. But
It's
I
dangerous.
do check. I do look sort of, but they could be hidden in there. Yeah, when Glenn and I were at Laurel Run, there were a lot of crevices, little cracks that I did that a few times. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't do that. I gotta stop doing that. I'm not used to having snakes, you guys. Maine doesn't have poisonous snakes, so I gotta get used to that habit of avoiding cracks in rocks.
Well, I have yet to see a poisonous snake.
Thank
I've
you,
seen
Angel.
snakes all over the
Yeah,
place.
we don't see them. Okay, Moon, dude, if you want to stay here, you've got to stop biting. All right?
She doesn't like it when we do anything that takes attention away
Here,
from her.
Go get mommy's slippers.
No. Thanks a lot.
Glenn does what all the time? Goes out and works in the cold. I know. I feel like I don't know how he does it. I don't know how. Well, see, the thing is, if I had during the day, if I didn't have a normal job during the day, I would probably do a lot of stuff during the week. I
Yeah.
probably would.
Moon, no.
We have weekends and limited hours, limited daylight.
No.
So there's that. The other things, there's been the summer wells. We haven't done a live on the summer wells case, and I almost did one recently to
while.
talk about just stuff that we're doing. It's not dead completely. There's like little conversations going on with different people, and
Right.
and nothing's moving as far
It's
as
pretty stagnant. That's the problem,
it is. there's stuff we could talk about, but then we get to the point where it's like, can I talk about it for one thing? 'Cause some of these people are like, I don't want to be on YouTube. I don't even want to be mentioned. And a lot of the stuff they're saying, I can't mention it, but we could kind of go around it and talk about what we're learning. And one of the things that I've been thinking about recently is the Van Hill search. We might do a live on it a little more to talk a little further about little details that we're learning that actually are getting my hopes down about it.
Yeah.
But we may have another live, not this weekend, but
Yeah.
maybe next week.
Thank you, Sandy.
Sorry about creating videos.
You're very
Yeah, thank you. It's hard too because not so much. I mean, we love the biggest reason we want to go live is to chat with all of you, give you updates, bring you up to speed. If we don't, I notice. I think I've told you guys a lot. We don't ask we don't ask for donations in our videos. We usually don't ask people for donations. We have our wonderful members. Thank you, members. We love you.
Thank you.
For monthly kind of supporting the searches. But the only thing beyond that is the ad revenue. And so if we don't do twice a week or we skip a live, it does hurt that way too, because then it makes it harder to afford doing the thing on the weekend.
Right.
Going any distance, we'd have to stick around here, try to do a cheaper search. So there's that too. We have the financial pressure of the searches that we do on top of wanting to get you guys frequent updates and just chat with you and talk to you all. We start missing you guys.
I know. I'm like, oh,
we actually start
you
missing
guys
talking
feel
to
like
you
our
all.
friends.
It's really nice to catch up with you all. We never feel like it, but I think when we're in the middle of doing it, it feels better.
I love doing it while I'm doing it, but just getting ready. I don't know. So,
Getting ready physically and mentally.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I don't
too.
know.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to become a member, you don't have to. The other thing too, I will say, I've had people message me, and this makes me feel horrible. If you can afford to support us as a member, there's a bottom tier. That's totally fine. If you can't afford it, we value subscribers. We value all of you equally. Like, there are people who apologize. Like, I don't have the income to be a member. I'm like, you don't have to be a member. Don't feel like you have to be a member.
No, that's
The
not
only-
what we're about.
And we try really hard, you guys. Like, members, we do try to give them benefits.
Mhm.
We try to give them early access to videos, but we're trying to make it so if you're not a member, you can't afford to be a member, you're not going to lose out. You'll eventually see that video.
Right.
You'll eventually get the content. I don't really like the paywall type setup where you can't see things if you're not a member.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Like a sneak preview or something is.
They get early
what we would
access.
do, yeah.
Sometimes up to a week early access.
Right.
And we've been talking about this forever. We're trying to do more raw, just chatting like while we're doing something.
Right.
Like the project with the RV, talk to our
Right.
members during it. No case details or stuff like that you
Right.
miss out on, but
I
stuff
just
like
want to say, Stacy King, yeah, I think it was about the girlfriend you're saying she broke up with him. So that's definitely
what's that?
way up farther. Stacy King right there.
Sorry, Stacy. Yeah, no, I saw I thought I highlighted the first comment, and I agree.
That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is what led to whatever happened, and we'll find out the details pretty soon. Okay, so I found out from a mod that when we move, it gets blurry. So we're almost done anyway. But I'll try from this point forward to stay very, very still. Man, I got acid reflux.
Good to know.
I'll try to stay very still. Anyway. Okay. So that we covered everything, I think, in that case. And I just, again, wanted to talk about why we're not on as much.
Just the time of year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure you guys understand, like right after the holidays, it's almost a letdown. Because what do you have until
Yeah.
But I mean, Valentine's Day,
Well,
I like Valentine's
Crime
Day.
Con's coming up, but we didn't sign up. It's in, but the
Las
problem is it's in
Vegas.
Las Vegas, and we can't.
That's kind of far.
We can't
I
travel.
don't think. Oh, there's one in England. There's one in
maybe we could
England.
save
I'd
up
love
for
to go
England.
to that.
If you're talking about this shirt, Smoky Mountain Mama, this I keep saying that there was a Smoky Mountain Mama at some point. Smoky Mountain Robin. This is not one we have on the merch site. I actually found this in a store, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Seek and
You found
shall
a
find.
store?
Yeah, this was actually at the
I
store.
didn't know that.
Yep.
I thought you made it.
Yours is not. We need to.
Mine is from a store.
I wanted to have you make some really cool designs.
I
'cause
want
you
to.
would. I'm gonna have you do that. I'll show you how to do it in the store. How to make designs.
sounds
Jen designs. I could make one like
Just
this.
can't.
It's not
Okay, you guys
copyrighted.
can't wait.
Donations are in the description of all of our videos. We have some links like Cash App, PayPal. What's the third one?
Apple Pay? No.
Cash App,
I wouldn't know that.
PayPal. There's
Okay,
another one.
I don't know.
Pick a link. If you have the means, that would be very helpful. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't feel like you have to, especially if you can't afford it. And memberships is just a monthly thing. But regardless, the most important thing you can do, Stacy, is if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Please, and like
Which you are because you're commenting. So thank you.
Venmo. Okay, thank you, Smoky
Venmo, thank
Smoky Mountain
you.
Robin.
Yeah. We do have some really, really interesting things in the pipeline that we're planning on doing soon with searching. There's a guy in Bluntville. His name is, so his sister's name's Penny Ash. And if I can find it, Penny Ash. Her brother's name, this guy went missing in Bluntville. Ralph Nelson. If you guys haven't heard of that case, Ralph Nelson went missing in 2022 from Bluntville area. He left his apartment. This was near the caverns up in you know where those caverns are, where there's like a tourist spot.
Yeah,
Appalachian Caverns. Appalachian.
I don't remember
Don't
the
know.
name of it.
But it's in Bluntville, and he walked out of his apartment, and he basically told his roommate, "I don't need any of my shit." And he tried to sell his phone, I guess, before that at Walmart. He walked out of his apartment, walked down the street, and he was never seen from again. Somebody actually,
Scary.
one person saw him at a corner store or at the corner where that tourist area is for the caverns. He disappeared. So Ralph, what did I say? Ralph Nelson.
Oh wow,
Ralph Nelson.
Real Rock Robin. He worked with your brother.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
There are two theories we have on that case because of the details so far, and the way it's gonna drive our search for Ralph is I'm going after potentially wanted to get off the grid. He was sick of. He sounds like he was in the state of mind where he was having frustration with his life. He wasn't happy, and based on what he told his roommate, that gave us really weird either self-harm vibes or I want to just get away vibes.
Yeah.
Those are the two we're going after in that case. So we're going to look for potential homeless encampments in that whole area. There's not really any water other than the river. Long walk south. It's walkable though.
Yeah.
And if it's the river, I really want that sonar boat.
Well, if you want to go
Man.
off grid, you have to walk pretty far.
If it's self-harm,
Right.
if it's self-harm, then he would have gone
Yeah.
to the water
Mhm.
potentially. So we're picking up that soon. We're waiting on the Layla Santanillo case for the search team and the mother. We're having difficulty with locations, knowing where to go at this point because we hit dead ends. We did that interview last year that was a major dead end, and we don't know where to go on that case,
Yeah.
which is really annoying. But the Layla search is stalled. I will admit it. The Layla search is stalled, and we need help. We need information or something from someone. If there's any place that the search team could actually. Search team may have ideas. There's one researcher on that team that's amazing. She knows everyone, and she may have ideas, but they're all having difficulty this time of year.
Mhm.
So we're waiting for them.
I think we keep going back to the fact that it's this time of year.
It's the time of
It
year.
is.
Everyone's having a hard
Yeah.
time. It's sad. It's really sad.
So let's stop on a good note, not
Well,
a bad note.
One more bad note.
Oh,
Anyone who's been following the Layla Santanillo case, the mother and Jennifer Santinello and Opie apparently are about to lose their house. According to her Facebook posts, they're like in trouble to lose their house. And so she is asking for help. And whenever they ask for help, they get trashed.
Yes, I do. I've been seeing that on Facebook.
They got trashed so
Yeah,
hard by
it's
people.
tough.
And so it's like, yeah, I want Layla's daughter to have a home. Like, I don't think it's wrong to ask for help.
Yeah.
But if you see that stuff on Facebook, you guys, like Jennifer Santinello getting attacked by people, I think we should make a point to respond to those people that are being haters
Right.
and be like, what's wrong with you? Like, what kind of person would post something like that?
Yep.
And just ask them that
And
because
it
it's not.
appears that it's the same people because they seem to know who it is that's saying these things. Like, seems like
It's the same type of people. Yes.
that come back.
It is the same
Yeah.
people. I love that idea.
Ooh,
A design
that.
contest.
I like that a lot.
And every design that gets picked gets a prize.
Mhm.
Because I want multiple
Okay, we
designs.
want long sleeve t-shirts and coffee cups. I like coffee cups. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. We have mostly a female audience, and the selection in our current store is so pathetic. I feel really bad because women like choice.
Quite masculine.
Women like choices, right? Women
yeah.
like choices. They like to shop.
Watch out. You're getting close to saying something wrong there.
Yeah, maybe we will have a design contest. I really
That'll
like
be
that
fun.
idea. So yeah, Ralph is the next thing. Layla, Summer is mostly talking to people. And then there's the other cases, the Abingdon guy, the old man who left
Mhm.
I'm going back
Been
there
a
with
while.
I want to go downtown with Moon. I actually want to
Oh,
go through that neighborhood with Moon when things start warming
That's a
up.
good idea.
Warming up. You know why?
You don't know with Tennessee though. Next week it could be 60.
February.
Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like nobody, there are very few people in the world who know what it's like to literally lose your child for 4 years off the face of the
Oh, yeah.
planet. And to be the type of person that would, I don't care if you
Put
don't like
someone
them.
down.
I don't care
Right.
if you even read her posts and you're like, why does she keep asking for money? I don't care if you have that thought. She's without her daughter. She doesn't know where her daughter is for 4 years.
And all her time has been dedicated to finding her.
And she is searching. People are
Right.
like, when's the next search? Ha ha ha. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was like, I know when the last search was. She's absolutely out there searching with
And who
us.
knows what she's doing behind the scenes, to help the whole
She
case.
has paid people.
And then she has,
Yep.
she has Layla's daughter she's taking care of
Yeah.
along with her own kids. And I don't know, I can't imagine what she's going through. So
I love that, man. We have someone
I
here.
like that.
We have someone here too, you guys. If we do this design contest, there's a local here who has a t-shirt printing company business. It's a small business, and she said she would help us if we did this. So we
That-
could make any design, and she has a designer she gives it to
Mhm.
make it for
Oh,
the
I didn't know
printer.
that.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
I love that idea. Again, we got to find the time to do it. Thank you, Michael Small. Thank you. I feel
There we
so
go.
bad I forgot his name.
There we go.
Him, I want to. That's going to be a Moon focus, maybe a little bit of droning, but I think Moon could do well in that case because it was last year,
Mhm.
1 year, and I think she can do well on 1-year-old cases.
Probably.
There's still going to be enough for her, so I want to try that area with Moon. We didn't have
Mhm.
her trained yet at that point, so now we have her, and we tried one area, but yeah, I agree. We should have Moon, swag, I guess.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. She is. She is. And what I was saying earlier is even if you disagree with asking for money, be a decent human being and don't attack a mother of a missing girl.
Right.
Like, just be a decent human being. You don't have to agree. Just don't post that.
Right.
And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to all the people out there who actually make those posts. I know none of you do because you're not that kind of people.
Right.
You're part of our tribe, and we don't do that.
But I guess we're just saying to support her. Basically.
Yeah, let's support her as much as we
Yeah.
can out there. I know a lot of you all follow these cases. You're on those social media groups, and I think we probably should maybe support her when that comes up and fight back a little. I can't believe I'm saying fight back a little, but sometimes you have to protect families.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
The other case I'm going to make note of is what was his last name? Moronos. The case you mentioned in the chat, someone mentioned in the chat. I'm very interested in that one. I'm going to take a look at that one too. Again, we're looking for cases that we can help with, which is usually recent for Moon because she's just training. So recent cases, if a location is pretty confident, if a car was found or somebody knows that they walked into an area like this Bluntville case, we know he was seen at a certain corner.
Yep.
And that's our radius. Then we can have a radius around there and start just doing our thing week after week. So
Right.
Morales, thank you. So those types of cases definitely send our way. Very fresh teen runaway cases. A lot of you have sent that stuff to me. And again, I don't mean to ignore people. I wait usually on those because they get found 90% of the time.
Mhm.
So we wait to see if they get found. And if time goes on, they don't get found and law enforcement gives up, then we start trying to help and reach out to the family if we
Right.
can. So it's tough this time of year. As spring approaches, we're going to ramp up again and get going. And we have so much more now to offer than we did before. So I'm excited about doing more. Yeah, we don't have much color right now. We definitely have to add colorful choices.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Don't worry.
Johnny Morales. Okay, check that out. And I'm totally could be off on that. I always say 90% when I'm saying a high number.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but there's so many runaways, you guys, so many. Oh, Robin's awesome.
Robin, how
Yep.
do you do that?
That's a case we're going to be covering soon. Maybe just the video, the search video, or we may cover it live.
Yeah.
Penny, the sister, man, she is, I don't know, either really busy or struggling because communicating with her is a challenge. She doesn't always respond quickly, or sometimes I guess in multiple, and she's like, this is where he was last seen.
Right.
So I think she's having a tough time. Her brother's been gone a long time and she's getting frustrated. I could tell in social media posts.
Of course.
Stephen Count, nothing new yet. Thank you for asking. We did that one search. It's a decent drive. So that one, we're going to have to set up weekends at a time, which means we got to stay there, probably camping or a cabin Airbnb or something, and then do a whole weekend of searching for Stephen. I just don't know with that case if we should focus around the house because I was so heavily searched by law enforcement, and the river has been heavily searched by Vern. He scanned 20 miles of river.
Well, if Vern didn't find anything
with his sonar,
then
and so in that case, I'm thinking actually areas that they haven't searched yet. There's a lot across the river. Vern was pointing out ponds that he was interested in scanning. There's a lot of forest up there. I'm just hoping it's not foul play in that case. I really am, because he had a mentality of like a 15-year-old or something. So someone could have tricked him and convinced him to go with them. I don't know why, but I'm very nervous about foul play in that case. Yep. Okay. Hour and a half. I think we'll call it good. So that's everything that's coming. Again, we're gonna try to do more lives at least one a week. We've been trying to do 2 for a little while. That was hard this time of year, but we're gonna try to do more lives. We love talking to you guys. We love this one-on-one. Like there's nothing like it.
awesome.
Videos are great, but having this interaction with you all, it just feels like so much more of a community. And it motivates us. Talking to you guys motivates us because we know you guys care. We know you're interested in these cases, seeing resolution in these cases, and it really motivates us to get out there.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Having people behind you in anything you do in life, having people cheering you on, encouraging you, it really gets you going. Like it really motivates you to get out there on a cold morning on a Saturday morning when it's freezing.
With a nice hot cup of coffee in your hand.
Yeah. I do too. We do too. Love this community. Yes. So we are going to call it good for tonight. We're going to go and probably watch a movie, maybe.
Sounds good.
I hope you guys found this interesting, the coverage of this case. I'll send out updates on Facebook and YouTube if we hear anything more about
I'm sure it will.
about Gideon Ferguson. I
I'm curious.
feel so bad for the kid. I hope he doesn't get too much trouble, but we'll let you guys
We
know.
always electronics taken away.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. So, all right.
Alrighty.
I hope you guys all have a good night. We love you all. We appreciate you all, and we will see you next time. Have a good weekend, you guys.